Okay, irregular adjectives now. These are adjectives that have no fixed rules for forming the comparatives and superlatives. These are adjectives that have no fixed rules forming the comparatives and superlatives. So study them carefully, no longer the time when you guess more and most added, or ER or EST added. This time you've got to be careful so that you don't make mistakes. So good. The comparative form of good is better. And the superlative form is best. So good, better, best. Well, better, best. So good and well have the same forms of comparative and superlative. Now, bad. Today you hear people say bad, badder, baddest. Well, that's for the purpose of entertainment. The English language does not have badder, neither does it have baddest, alright? So bad, worse, worst. Evil, worse, worst. You've done me evil. You did the worst. Alright? So that's evil, worse, worst. So ill, worse, worst. So you see, bad, evil, ill are all in the same category, in worse and worst as the comparative and superlative forms. Much, more, most, many, more, most. So you can see why we use more, and most in the comparative and superlative forms of the second part of the irregular adjectives. More is comparative, most is superlative, so you can see it manifesting there. Now, late, when you're talking about time, we have late, we have later, and we have latest. The latest discovery, right? I'll see you at a later time. At a later time. So later, late. He was late to work. Late, later, latest. Okay. Next, we have late in terms of death. Right? I think this is actually in terms of person or thing. Okay. Late in terms of person or thing. Late, we have latter, we have last. We have late, latter, and last. That of death does not have comparison, right? Now, what do we mean here? If I am at the front and Harrison is behind me, then Harrison is the latter. Why? I am the for or the former. I'm at the for, so I'm the former. Alright? While the person behind me is the latter. If we are three, the person behind the second person becomes the last. So take note of this. When we are talking of two persons, one is at the front, one is at the back, please, the latter should be used to compare the person at the back, while the former should be used for the person in front. Now, for, further, furthest. How do we differentiate these two? He is at the fore, meaning he's ahead of others. Now, he is the former, which means he had done it before some other person came, the former governor. Alright? Now, if there had been three governors, for instance, the foremost governor of Imo State, I think, Sam Mbakwe, that's the most popular. Okay, so the foremost governor of Imo State, Sam Mbakwe, the first person to have done that. Then, that's what we have first here. Then he went further, that is where for also came from. Now, this could also be used as fourth, know that. So fourth or for, further and furthest. In, inner, innermost or inmost, as some people would prefer. He is in. Then you have inner, that is looking at the depth now. That's it, the depth. In, inner, and innermost. The innermost part of my heart, as they say. So up, upper, uppermost or upmost. Top, topper, topmost or toppest. Hind, that is behind. Hinder and hindmost. So these are adjectives that you really cannot predict how they form their superlatives and their comparatives, and we've been generous enough to bring them here for your easy study. Learn more how they are used using your dictionaries and other platforms. Now, the usage is where we want to look at right now. Usage of these adjectives so that we don't continue to make mistakes, and for those of us preparing for exams, we are able to pass the questions that will be set. Now, the boy is fast. So there's nobody being compared with the boy here. So we say the boy is fast. However, if there are two boys in this comparison, we say he is the faster of the two. He's the faster of the two boys. Don't say he's the fastest of the two boys. That is the danger. Now, he is the dash of the two boys. Let's say JAMB, let's say WAEC, let's say NECO says he is the dash of the two boys. I tell you that 90% of the candidates in the hall will go for fastest. But that's wrong because we're looking at two persons alone. So it is, he is the faster of the two boys. Okay. Of the four boys, he's the fastest. Of the four boys, he is the fastest. That's used for three or more. From three, the comparative adjective comes to play. Here is a couple of questions for that test. Of the 8 women, my mother is dash. Of the 8 women, my mother is dash. Is my mother the more beautiful or the most beautiful? Of course, since we're looking at 8, we should be using the superlative adjective. So, of the 8 women, my mother is the most beautiful. Option B is the correct answer now. Then, the second question says, of the 2 boxers, Joshua is the dash. A, strongest. B, stronger. We're looking at 2 boxers. Therefore, the comparative adjective should be used. And so, of the 2 boxers, Joshua is the stronger. Joshua is the stronger. That is English. And we'll quickly take you through some adjectives that do not need to be further intensified. Alright? Adjectives that have already attained the highest level of intensification, where we don't need where we don't need more words to beef them up. That's our next part of call.